It's the last pot of the year.
And it is chock full with all your holiday tea and lots of celebrity. Welcome back to another episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on how to live your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are in the thick of it.
To the thick of it.
We're down to the wire of 2024. Bye.
Bye. All done.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And we are in the throes of the holiday season.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing. If you would have asked me that, 36 hours ago, it might have been different. But because it's been a shopping.
Yeah.
It's just shopping mayhem.
Nightmare.
I don't even know what I did to mess up the shopping so badly this year. But it's bad.
It is.
I think I've turned a corner.
Okay.
And it was funny because I was telling my family the other day, I was like, okay. And I did it. I was like, I need to go to the outlets. I just need to go to the outlets. This online shopping.
Yeah. Stop it.
It's not working. It takes so long to pick things out and you can't touch and feel things.
Right. And
then the shipping.
Right.
Is it free? Is it not? Is
it really going to arrive? I know.
Is it going to get stolen from the, So I'm like, I said to family, I said, I just need to go to the outlets. And Kinsey and Tegan were both like, oh my God, no. No. They were like, here we go. Here we go. They're like, it's that time of year where mom goes off the rails and deviates from the list.
Okay. All right. Well, it's okay.
No. They were like, then they went on the whole tirade, like talking to each other about it as if I'm not there. They were like, oh, here we go. And then mom's going to be like, oh, we have this, that, we can get this, we can get that. And they're like, we open our presents. We're like, what is this?
Right. I know, but
they're like, mom, just rule of thumb. If you like it, don't buy it for us.
Oh, teenage girls.
I know. They're like, no. They're like, no, you can borrow our stuff that once we get it. They're like, but if you get it for us because you like it, it's a no.
Oh man. That's the exciting part though. Like the actual shopping. Like, do you have fun doing it? Like I have fun doing it.
I did. So I did go to the outlets yesterday but mostly for Thomas.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff I want to get him is there.
Yeah.
And he's all caught up, by the way. He's listening again.
Uh-oh.
He's been like binge listening, so I can't say anything. But I like to touch and feel and see things, especially for him. Like the girls send me the links.
Right.
Do your kids send you links?
Braden does. Yeah.
I should show you. Tegan sent me a PowerPoint. It's a full PowerPoint, and it's got like dancing Santas and graphics.
I love that.
And it's in sections. It's like this is the shoe section.
Oh
This
my
is
gosh.
the Lululemon section. This is the jewelry section.
I love it.
This is the beauty section.
That's amazing.
Health and fitness. I'm like, what? And she just gives me, it's not all.
Categorizing.
She doesn't want, she's just giving you ideas.
Yeah.
Obviously not expecting everything, but no, but it was good. I had a fun time going. But we went to the Deer Park ones for the first, like normally we go to Riverhead.
Yeah. Deer Park's fun.
It was more of a walkable outlet. The Riverhead ones are kind of sectioned because they're so big. You park and then you have to sometimes drive to the other section.
Right.
But they both have their amazing, like they both have their differences. Like it was beautiful at Deer Park, but it felt also somewhat overwhelming with the crowds.
Yeah. That's what I don't like. I like going early, early in the morning, because then you beating the crowds. Because literally like lunchtime is when it's like craziness.
And the Riverhead ones I love because I'm just comfortable. I know where all the stores are there. And it seems because they're more spread out.
Yeah. You can see the stores like
you
Deer
just
Park.
like park, walk up.
Yeah. You get lost easily in Deer Park. But little known fact, I think it's like one big circle.
Yes,
So.
I think so. Yeah. Let me tell you the line for the UGG.
They wouldn't let you in, right?
I wasn't even trying to go in, but I was for sure not going to wait in that line.
I know. Well, it's funny that Dan and I went last week, and it was early, like they just opened, and they wouldn't let us in because there's too many people in the store already.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
wow.
The line was, I don't even know how long it was, wrapped around.
And let me tell you, people are rude. 'Tis the season. Because we finally went in after a while. And I'm like looking for these certain Uggs that I wanted to get Pearl. And this woman was obviously looking for the same one, same size. And it was like one of those like hip checking moments. I was like, girl.
You were like,
back off.
You were like that congressman, like, baby girl,
back off. Yeah, it was tough. But then I was like, no, they didn't have the color that I wanted. So I was like, here, they're yours. Fine, take them. It was annoying. But no, I have to like say I'm pretty much done. I have to just do like little things. But yeah, I feel really good about it.
I have most of the stuff on the list. I just don't like the way the tree looks right now. It looks kind of like meh. Kind of bare.
So funny, me too, because for years I was putting poinsettias in my tree.
Oh, yeah.
Like sporadically, like beautiful velvet, gorgeous flowers. And then Pearl this year was like, Mom, don't do the flowers. Nobody likes them. I was like,
oh, yeah. See, this is when I
was like, oh.
You start to hear it from the kids. You start to get the real.
Yeah. I was like, my beautiful tree?
Nobody likes it.
I felt like Clark W. Grizz. Like, what did you do to my tree?
Yeah. Well, so now you're going to be in that stage, I think.
So I threw the flowers out.
You threw them all out?
Yeah. They were Michael's stuff, but you know.
Whoa. You threw them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I decorated outside with them, so I will throw them out.
Okay, so I was gonna say, like, it's about time to get the kids' tree. Mm-hmm. Remember, I had two trees for many years because my tree was the way I liked it.
Yeah,
and then I was like, "Here's your tree.
Yeah, decorate it how you want.
Do what you do. You.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth like the $50 for the kids' tree.
Yep.
I think. But you know what? It's funny because I was thinking. I remember someone telling me several years ago, it's just like a total Long Island story. I was complaining how you get your tree and then you get your lights out because we do the real tree. So we store everything. And then like half the lights, like one string doesn't work or whatever. And then you got to find the broken light. And this one guy from Long Island told me one time, he's like, no, I throw the whole tree out, lights, everything, tree stand, throw it out.
Yep.
Buy new lights. He's like, what are they? $30. Yeah. He's like, I don't even I don't store it.
Yeah. That's smart.
I don't fix it.
Smart.
I don't mess with it. And I was like, that is so crazy. But I think that's where I'm at this year with my outdoor lighting. My outdoor lighting, it just looks really not good. We have this Costco set where we have the two little lit trees and then the lit wreath, all around the door. Yes. And then there was a garland, this whole thing.
Beautiful.
Over the years, it's been slowly deteriorating. So the garland, I threw that away last year. It didn't work.
Okay.
I have another garland that's supposed to go somewhere else, and it's still just sitting on this swing. No one's put it up. So currently we have one lit tree. I don't know if the wreath is working or not. And then the other lit tree is lit only halfway up. I'm like, you know what? It's time.
It's time. It's time.
I tried to put ribbons on the thing, and my ribbon has fallen.
Yeah.
My front porch pretty much personifies my approach to Christmas this year. That's pretty much how it's going in general.
All right.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say we have these reindeer that we put out every year on our front lawn. They're beautiful, gold, sparkly. And Dan every year tries to like revive this reindeer. And I'm like, maybe it's time we buy new ones. Because it's like he's wrapping the lights inside that don't work anymore. He's buying new strands every year. I'm like, it's about time the reindeer goes out to pasture.
Time to go. Time to go.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's going to be some purging of some of the Christmas stuff after the end of this year. Like, just it's time.
Next.
Let's start fresh. It's 2025. In more ways than one, right? Exactly. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about. 2024, just, again, why wouldn't it end in the most weird way ever, right?
Yeah.
So what are we capping off 2024 talking about and obsessing about? Drones.
Drones. Mysterious drones. All on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening. Does anybody know what's happening?
No. Why do people care so much what's happening is what I want to know.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I think it's a lot of people recreationally
flying drones,
using drones to find out what those other drones are. I don't know. It's weird.
It's drone craziness. And my next, let me tell you, is your Nextdoor app going crazy?
Crazy.
The Nextdoor, this has revived the Nextdoor app. The people on Nextdoor, I mean, they're like just all about the drone, just secrets, conspiracies. They're going to solve the drone. They're going to solve it themselves. They're like out there watching it.
On News 12. Did you see that one?
No.
Oh my God. He's like, what? It could be UFOs. I don't know.
It could.
I'm like,
They're like, my Nextdoor app, they're like, the drone was spotted over the East Setauket Light Parade. I'm like, right. Because that's what are we talking here?
that is hilarious.
That's the footage that we need.
Yeah.
It's probably just people getting footage of the East Setauket Light Parade.
Right.
They're like, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I just think everyone's like, we're pretty sure. Also, no one understands. How do we not know? First, it was the balloons.
I know.
Now it's the drones, and the drones are crazy. Like, it was all anyway. Just thank you. Is it New Year's yet?
Let's close it out.
Let's close it out. And let's close it out with a really awesome, one of our awesome Taste of Long Island.
Yes.
This is really cute. If you're watching you've got to see this one on YouTube. This is an actual visual.
It is beautiful. It's from J&H Jewelry in Bellmore. It looks so beautiful and like antique-y, right? It's hot teas. You have time, a few days left to fit in some last-minute holiday shopping. They have vintage pieces dating back over 100 years, and their team is always on the lookout for true treasures of the past. Not only do they offer a distinctly different inventory than your local jewelry store, but they also have a variety of other services. Most importantly, they buy their jewelry, all kinds of jewelry, not just gold. They also specialize in expert delicate repairs, offering appraisal services, personalized styling, and more. To learn more about their beautiful store and jewelry at jnhjewelry.com. Again, that's jnhjewelry.com.
And the "and" is spelled out JANDH Jewelry.com.
I wonder how old this piece is.
I know, it's beautiful. I know, I was looking at it. And that's cool. You know, I love when something gets a second life and has like history to it.
I know.
I love that. That's great.
That is awesome.
And how cool that that J&H Jewelry understands the value of Discover Long Island to be a partner of ours, because they want us to be able to talk to our hot teas about this.
I think it's amazing.
I know. So thank you for being a great partner. And if you would like to be a Taste of Long Island or a partner of Discover Long Island, you can email us at spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com or reach out to us in any of the other ways. You can just DM us on one of the a million social media channels. And also, thanks to our hot teas, we're kind of wrapping up the year in a major way. Michael pulled our Spotify Wrapped.
I can't believe this. I couldn't even believe it.
Did you pull your Spotify Wrapped?
I don't listen to Spotify.
Oh.
I listen to Apple Music.
Oh, okay. Look at you. So my Spotify Wrapped, I think I was like on Thomas's plan the whole time.
So you're listening to like Led Zeppelin?
No, Thomas doesn't listen. But Thomas is more like 80s alternative guy. But you can tell that we have the family plan and everyone is on his plan. So even he pulled up his Spotify Wrapped to put on the TV. It's like all Taylor Swift, Gracie Abrams.
I love it. That's hilarious.
Poor Thomas. His Spotify Wrapped is just taken over by us.
By T Swizzle.
Yeah, 100%. Of course. But our Spotify Wrapped for the podcast was fantastic, thanks to you, Hot Teas.
Yes. We wrapped our year with some amazing highlights. Spotify alone saw a 29% rise in followers and 23% rise in streams. And 70% of all of our listeners this year were new listeners.
That's crazy. Yeah. And you know what? I think a lot of people are finding us on TikTok. We have a new TikTok channel, and that's how people find that's how I find
a ton of our podcasts.
The podcasts I listen to and comedians and stuff. So TikTok was almost 3,000% growth.
That's so crazy.
And Instagram was also 65% growth. So I think a lot of people are finding us. Yeah. Through our little snippets.
I love it.
Where we talk about things like bed parties and Venmo moms and all the things we talked about in 2024. But that's cool. I'm glad. Thank you. And welcome to our hot teas. And especially our new listeners. And also thanks to our hot teas and followers of Discover Long Island, because you voted for Discover Long Island and we won a Platinum Choice Award for Smart Meetings in 2024.
That's amazing.
Celebrating extraordinary venues and destinations.
Ooh,
Yay.
that is
And
awesome.
of course, we're an extraordinary destination. And we know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
So there's so much going on with Discover Long Island. We have also, if you're in the throes of holiday season and flipping out about your shopping, also, I mean, don't do the thing that don't do the Walgreens last minute and get like the motorized little stuffed animal.
No.
I know you're like, I have the little dog that walks around. Don't do it because we've got you covered. Our blog this week is Shop Small.
I love this.
Holiday
Our
blog.
communications team just, they're really doing such a great job with all of our blogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you visit discoverlongisland.com/blog, you can find our new blog, which is gift ideas to shop small this holiday season.
Yeah, and there's a million of them on there. A couple of my favorite ones are the Trellis. You can get a subscription box. Like if you love the Fab Fit Fun boxes, there are Long Island subscription boxes.
It's so cool.
We've talked about them for years, locally bred, but they're curated by Trellis, and they ship to you. And Trellis is a great partner.
They are a
and
great
they're
partner.
all Long Island stuff,
Products.
like candle, which is awesome. And they're so unique and cool. And another one of my favorites is Gallery North, which is right. I drive past it every single day.
Yeah.
And it's handcrafted home goods from Gallery North and the Weathered Barn. There's a bunch of ideas. I just went to Gallery North over the weekend.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, they had their what's it called? Like their holiday bazaar. And it was great. I bought like an amazing candle from Old Post Candles. It's all like locally done, and it's called Under the Mistletoe. Oh my God, it smells like
so
Christmas.
good. Oh, I love that.
Because, the tree is great, but the tree doesn't smell.
Up your entire house.
Yes, exactly. So, and there's a million other ideas on here, from Harbor Pets to Sweet Treats to
Yeah. Joy of Acupuncture, our love.
Dr.
Love
Joy Moy,
Dr.
love
Joy.
her. Theater 3, Paramount, like a lot of the theaters, CM Performing Arts, obviously a huge favorite of ours, Brews. There's one on, what was it? X Golf. I mean, there's like a million ideas here.
I think this is so cool because a lot of, my sisters and brothers, because there's so many kids in my family, they're always like, what do they need versus what do they want? Because you're getting them what they want, or like, what do your kids need?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not necessarily, they don't need anything. I'm providing that, right?
Yeah.
Do like experiences.
Yeah,
So
smart.
like, tickets to Adventureland or, X Golf or things like that. I think those are such fun things and they love that. Like,
Yeah.
gift cards to Raceway, RPM Raceway or things like that where they can have fun.
I was going to ask you, Sharon, because our kids are older now. So we actually pulled the curtain back for the first time ever. And I showed them the quote unquote, the Christmas Matrix.
Yes. Okay. You said this a little while. You actually showed them. Now
I
you sat
showed
them down.
them the Matrix.
Okay.
And it's like, I think I told you, it's like handwritten to from everyone's name. And then there's like an X so they don't get each other, but they all, because we get them all gifts from each other.
Right.
And it's hard. Like Thomas and I pull it out, like, let's see the Matrix. And then we put an X through it when it's under the tree. So we know it actually arrived.
Good.
Because otherwise you forget, like, did I
Right.
wrap that present? Which one is
Right.
it? I don't remember.
Right.
Everything's wrapped. So there's a whole system. But with 10 brothers and sisters and a zillion, how do you do it?
It's all about the kids. And then like once they get past a certain age, they come into the adult grab bag. So once they turn 18, they become a part of our, and we play the whole game on Christmas
But
Eve.
still, you have a zillion nieces and nephews and
Oh,
kids.
I know. There's so many.
How do you do it? You just write a list?
Just do it. Yeah.
just
Just do it.
Just close your
Get
eyes and get
done.
through it?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
crazy. Funny enough, though, this year, Pearl has been begging for a bearded dragon lizard. Bearded dragon lizard?
Like a real one?
Like a real one. We're not getting her this.
Oh, my God.
But the disappointment on her face is going to be heartbreaking.
It's horrible.
So we instead got her Legos,
Oh,
a lizard Lego set.
okay.
She'll be fine. She'll love
I
it.
don't know that she can actually give it love like a bearded dragon.
Well, they last a long time. I looked into this.
Yes.
They last a long time.
Yeah, so she'll be at college and you're like, okay,
Here's
dragon.
your dragon. Take
this
it
is
with you.
my lifelong commitment.
Right.
Okay, so I'm puppy.
No. I want to one day, yes, when they're old enough.
I mean, they're old enough.
It's hard because, we're never home.
I know.
So it's hard.
Listen, you got to be responsible and you got to know if you can't take care of the puppy
Yeah.
or the
But
animal.
like that is my dream, is to like wrap up a puppy in a box and give it to them.
I mean, what better time than the
I
presents?
know.
What kind of dog are we talking?
I would love a Weimaraner.
Oh, whoa, those are huge.
Yeah, and they're beautiful though.
Yeah, okay.
Aren't they
So-
gorgeous?
They're beautiful, but they're huge.
Yeah, and they're
Which
really
means
good
their
family
poops
dogs.
are also huge.
Yeah.
That's a lot of poop to
Yeah.
scoop up. A lot of poop to scoop. Just things. Dog owner to dog. Like, let me
Yeah.
just remind you. You got to think about that.
Yep,
Oof, they are beautiful
they
and
are
smart.
beautiful and super smart and really good
Very
with
smart.
families.
Yes.
But also like a good old fashioned lab. They're
Yes.
fun.
Not as smart. Not as smart. Very sweet. Giant poops.
Yes.
I'm more of a smaller dog for the less poops.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, good for you. I vote like I'm an advocate for that. Like you're into the bed parties for my
Yeah,
kids. I'm
yes.
into the animals for your kids.
All right.
It's an important part of childhood.
It is. It is important. And we did have a hamster and a couple fish before. So it's not like I'm
Okay.
anti-animal pets.
Okay. A hamster and a couple of fish. We're
To the
easing
point
into
where
it.
like we had the fish and like she was so young. I think she was like 4 or 5, where I went through a couple of goldfish that like looked alike because I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Yeah.
They went belly up, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Belly up. So sensitive.
yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, we're getting there. We're
getting
easing
there.
into the pet ownership.
Yes.
I would love to be part of the puppy shopping. You know, you should have Tegan do it for you too.
Yeah.
She's an expert animal shopper. She still looks for dogs all the time. She loves, we're dog, you know,
Yeah. Big dog. family.
dog family. And they're so ridiculous, but they bring so much love.
They do.
There's
They
nothing
do.
better.
Nothing's gonna love you more like your dog.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to pee on your stuff.
And ruin
And
your furniture.
it's enraging. You're going to want to drop kick them, but you can't because you love them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyway, so okay, well that's exciting. I was wondering how you did that because we showed them the Matrix, and it's a lot to keep
It
up
is
with.
a lot.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna refer to our blog later and find out what to do. But it's hard because it's been so busy. Have you been to the city yet?
No.
Are you gonna go
Yeah. Probably this weekend.
this weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. So I was able to go to the New York City Foundation
Yes.
dinner at the Plaza.
Did you love it? Have you ever been to the plaza
No.
during the holidays? Like,
No, I've never been. I mean, I've been underground in the plaza, like in the food court.
Right. Right.
But I've never been to the plaza
Oh, it's so beautiful.
inside. And it was beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was a gorgeous event. I felt so bougie.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I
just
can't
at the plaza.
imagine. Like, yeah.
It was so funny
Just at the
because
plaza drinking champagne.
exactly. I was like, oh, but I really couldn't because I was flooring, and I took the very last train I could take because we had
Right,
stuff to do,
right.
and I barely made it to the train station. Took the last train I could before the dinner started. I got there perfect timing. Boom, right off the train, taxi to the event, straight in to the dinner. Beautiful dinner, and where we welcomed Julie Coker, the new CEO of New York City Company,
exciting.
and celebrated Fred Dixon, the outgoing CEO. It was really fun. Saw some board members there.
Very
it was
cool.
really great. And then I had to leave early because I didn't even sit through the dinner because I had to catch the train because I still got home at like 10:30 at night.
Right.
But funny enough, so I'm running out. I felt like Cinderella. Run in, do the things, see all the people, show support, get all the pictures,
Yeah.
cheer, clap, welcome. Then I'm like, I gotta go. And then I'm running out and I'm like, taxi. And I jump in this cab and this guy's like, oh, okay. And we're leaving. And I think that somebody else thought they were gonna get him. He was like, somebody was taking pictures in front of the plaza.
Okay.
And he rolls his window down to these people as I like jumped in and because I had to go catch the train. And he's like, hey, sorry, I got one. I got a live one. So sorry. And he's like, and they were like, wait. And he's like, hey, snooze, you lose. and we were just laughing. I'm like, welcome to New York. He's
Yes.
like, welcome to New York.
I love that.
You got to be on it, you know? And no one's going to wait around for
No.
your photo shoot.
No. Heck no.
No, I got a train to catch.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in the cab.
Thank you.
Bye. Sorry, not sorry. It was just such a great New York
Oh,
City
that's
moment.
so
Like
funny.
he's like, "Hey, sorry, snooze you lose.
Yeah.
Welcome to New
You're
York."
out.
We're just laughing. No, we had like a bonding moment.
That's funny.
And then I caught a plane the next day to go to Chicago
Unbelievable.
for the Destinations International board meeting. Everyone's like, were you just at the Plaza like hours ago? I'm like, sure was.
Sure. Yeah. You should have just
Now I'm here.
stayed there.
Now I'm here
Yeah.
in Chicago. And it was fun. It was just like whirlwind Destinations International board meeting.
Yeah.
Seeing all of my colleagues from around the country, talking about some really interesting things you and I will have to talk about later business-wise about some changes in the way, things like tax structures and how it could impact nonprofits and tourism moving forward. So it's always really good to be in the know of those conversations so that we're ahead of these kinds of things and bring them back to our partners and constituents. Saw a lot of our vendors there, a lot of our research companies there. Really great conversations, but it was whirlwind. Took Penelope out to dinner.
Oh.
So that was fun. I got to see Penelope there for a minute.
How's she doing? Good?
She's awesome.
When does she come home?
I don't know, this week, I think.
Okay.
Anytime now. I don't even know. But it was crazy. And then you know what I was going to tell you, Sharon? I have some tea to reheat. So we were watching. Oh, did you see the TikTok about, speaking of New York City, about they compared the New York City Rockefeller tree to the London tree?
No.
It's hilarious.
Okay.
They were like, London, because London's also known for holiday decor and shopping and festivities. They were like, London stayed on budget with their tree. Okay. It's like skinny, like little strands of lights coming down.
Funny.
And then it was like, New York City just kept swiping. They were like, swipe it until it's declined. Keep swiping. And it was amazing. It's like you see the tree, you see our tree. And it's like the lights and the big,
That's
it's
hilarious.
so, the tree this year is so beautiful. I feel like the tree this year is one of the best.
It is.
And I said to Tegan, I'm like, and we have a piece of that tree.
I know.
Because we went early when they were putting it together.
Yeah.
So Tegan and I both have our little branch.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Tia doesn't have it.
No, totally died. Like you said, I didn't. I told her, I was like, Sharon said to like frame it or seal it with something. Tegan's like, well, it would have been nice if you would have told me that. She's like, I just picked it up and like all the little needles just fell right off. And so then I had mine because it was on our like shelf and I picked it up and same thing. All the needles fell right off. I'm like, well,
there it is.
Didn't take care of that. Not. We have a picture of it.
Okay.
But it's not. It did not.
It's not the actual.
I mean, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but it definitely did die. And all the needles fell off, and now it's just a twig.
Got two little branches hanging out. Oh my God.
Was like, could you have passed that information along to me? I'm like, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Tegan, listen to the pod.
Yeah, exactly. Listen to the pod because I don't know what to tell you.
That's funny.
But yeah, so
I'm sorry about that.
No, you tried.
Yeah.
You tried to warn me. I had a piece of the Rockefeller, maybe the best tree ever. And I just squandered it. But whatever.
You can use those twigs and spray paint them and put them in your little Shein twigs.
Yeah, which are still in the package on my nightstand because I don't have anywhere to put my little Shein twigs. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
The other thing we did is we went and saw Josh Johnson in the city.
Okay.
The comedian that I love to follow. He's from The Daily Show.
Yes.
It was good. A beautiful venue. It's just so cool that we can just go to the city and see everything. And
let me ask you though, like, did you love him live? Right? It's such a disappointment sometimes.
Yeah.
When you follow them, they're so funny, and then you go see them live, and you're like,
You know, I just think it's harder in a big venue like that. I love when you see him online. He's like at the Comedy Cellar. He's like in a small venue. Right. And that's the best way to go see comedians is to go at night in a comedy club.
Yep.
Check it out. See them like testing out their stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Because when it's canned and rehearsed, you're like, okay. Yeah. So
we went to go see Nate Bargatze.
Yeah, Bargatze, yeah.
A long time ago, like last year around this time. And I was like, I think I fell asleep.
Yeah. And may or may not have taken a little snooze.
Took a little nap.
Yeah. It didn't help that we tried to brunch before and I had a few mimosas. So I was like, let's have a couple mimosas. Woo.
Yeah.
And then I was like, anyway,
that's funny.
99.
No, it's true though.
Know,
it's so true.
He was good. I mean, it's not a reflection on him. I think it's just harder in a big venue like that.
Yeah, I agree.
I love him on TikTok though.
Yeah, it's funny.
I still, so, you know, but that's probably why you're not seeing Sharon and I in live shows.
Right.
No. Can you imagine? We're looking out trying to spill our hearts out. People, they're snoozing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Could
deserve
happen.
that. We
And
deserve,
we deserve that.
We
do.
deserve a little taste of Artemis.
That's so funny.
Okay, so anything else going on before we get to celebrity?
No, I think that's it.
One more thing I'll share with you before we get to celebrity. So apparently Mercury retrograde just ended
Yeah.
yesterday on December 15th. Okay. But I have something that I just was made aware of, and I actually believe this to be true.
Okay.
There's a new, I don't know if it's new discovery or whatever, but they're now saying that there's something called Mercury RetroSHADE. Okay.
Oh, what on earth could this be?
So, and I don't know, because I kind of only skimmed over the article.
Okay.
Because it was a lot. But what I gather that it is it's like the remnants. It's almost like,
the shadows of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like before and after.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a preparation before you actually hit it. And then there's a little bit of remnant.
Yep. 100%.
And I mean, aren't you feeling that?
100%.
I knew you would like that. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Because at often we're like, Mercury retrograde is over. Why is this still lingering?
Yeah. Nope.
Now you know. Because of us. You're welcome. It's called Mercury RetroSHADE.
Yes. That's 100% true. I believe it.
Yeah, I do too. And I'm experiencing that as we speak. Okay.
Before we do celebrity, should we do our friends at East End Getaway?
Yeah, let's talk about what's happening this weekend.
Okay, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the Suffolk has a ton of performances, like a classical Christmas, as well as the Miracle on 52nd Street, and It's a Wonderful Life and Frozen.
I love it. Any night this week at the Suffolk,
they're
you're going to be
entertaining you.
in holiday mode. Love it.
And then also Friday, December 20th is the Riverhead Holiday Light Show at Splish Splash Water Park. I think that's so cool because it's like the Jones
That's iconic.
Beach.
You could drive through that.
Yeah.
And that's great. Everybody talks about that.
Everybody does. It's awesome. And then we have the East End Holiday Farmers Market on Saturday, the 21st at Twin Fork Beer Company, and the Bonnick Festival of Lights in East Hampton. Then Sunday, the 22nd is Sunrise High Railers train display at the shops at East Wind.
There's a lot that's just an example. It's like that's just like our blog. It's just a very small snippet of what's happening on the East End this coming weekend. There is stuff happening on the East End all year round, every weekend. And this is brought to you by our wonderful sponsors and partners, East End Getaway. And if you want more information on any of these events or other events happening this weekend or any time that you're listening to this podcast, you can go to eastendgetaway.com. So thank you to them for always making sure that we're in the know with what's happening this weekend. And if you want your stuff featured on this segment of the podcast, you can also reach out to eastendgetaway.com and tell them to make sure they mention you. So, okay, real quick, Sharon, we're in celebrity now. I'm so disappointed.
Okay.
And Mariah Carey.
Why?
She canceled her Long Island show. I had 4 tickets to go see the Mariah Carey Christmas Spectacular.
You've been dying for this.
You know, Mariah is the queen.
Yes.
And especially at Christmas time. But she's the Long Island queen.
Islander.
This was going to be the first time she performed on Long Island in 18 years. Crazy. So I was so excited. The girls and I were super pumped. And then I was like, Thomas, guess what? I'm like, we're going to go see Mariah at UBS Arena. And he was like, okay. He would have loved it.
He would have loved it.
Anyway, she canceled this one and her New Jersey show.
Why?
I think, I don't know if she had the flu, but we were trying to go see Mariah.
Yeah.
She
had like a little pop-up bar thing.
Her pop-up New York City bar.
Yeah, that got canceled.
That was it got canceled, I think, because it was like a holiday party buyout or something.
Sense. Yeah.
But like,
I know.
I keep trying to do my Mariah Carey Christmas.
And it's not happening.
It was like, I was so pumped about going to her pop-up bar where you have like a signature Mariah Carey cocktail and they play the music and you get all your Instagram photos and then you like write a letter to Mariah.
It was so cute.
I know.
It was such a good idea.
And then I was like, oh, well, I'm going to go see her show at UBS Arena.
Mariah.
I'm like,
now she's canceling.
I know. I hope she
heck?
feels better at Christmas. This is her season.
Aww.
She can't have Mariah can't have the flu at Christmas.
No.
Anyway, so I hope Mariah feels better. We love her. Also, Michael wanted us to talk about this You're the voice person, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch This Person?
I haven't watched.
Shai? Is it Shai or
Yes.
Shay?
Where is it?
Shye. Shai Roberts.
Shai Roberts, an 18-year-old Glen Cove native, took second place on The Voice.
Yeah.
Before she appeared on The Voice, Roberts began her singing career at Robert Finley Middle School in Glen Cove. I love when our natives make it that far because
so much talent.
There's so much talent.
Yeah.
I mean, hello.
I mean, Mariah Carey. I saw Billy Crystal on CBS News Sunday morning, I think with Willie Geist. He was so funny. He's iconic. Obviously, Howard Stern's from here. Yeah. Idina Menzel with Wicked. Did you go see Wicked yet?
No. I've seen it on Broadway, but I haven't seen the play.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie.
Yeah. I mean, so much of the talent that you know and love from Long Island.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. Even like Kelly was talking this morning about the Grucci fireworks. The Grucci family from Long Island who does all the fireworks for like the Macy's.
Can we talk about Kelly?
Yeah, what's going on?
So I was off last week.
Okay, and so you got to watch it?
I got to watch it every morning.
Do you love her?
No.
Let's hear it. Let's spill that tea.
I feel like, I don't know. She's Kelly, right? But Mark is just so adorable. And he's like, she puts him down a lot. Right?
I think I don't know. She's super in love with him. She's always talking about how great he is, how he's the sexiest talk show host alive, and how hot he is.
She doesn't put him down, I should say. He'll try to talk and she like shuts him down. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like she's putting him down. Like,
I mean, I have to say, I'm a Kelly fan. It's her show.
Yeah, you're right.
It's her show. I think that's why Thomas loves them so much. I think Thomas relates to Mark.
Yeah.
Thomas
probably.
Yeah. Thomas feels Mark's pain.
Yeah. Yes. I get it.
No, he does. Yeah. Being married to somebody like Kelly, she's very dynamic.
She is very dynamic.
It's her show.
She's so funny though. Like this week they had a lot of the cast from No Good Deed.
Okay.
It's a new show with Ray Romano on Netflix and Lisa Kudrow.
Okay.
Which I've been binging.
Oh.
It is not at all what they portrayed it to be.
Oh.
It's really good, but it's kind of dark. It's weird.
Ooh. Okay. So
weird.
You recommend?
I do recommend.
No Good Deed is not on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. I've seen Lisa Kudrow. I didn't realize. I don't know. Thomas is not a Ray Romano fan, so we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so it's literally the end of an era.
I know.
End of the Eras tour.
Yeah.
It's over. I think it was time. 2 years.
Yeah.
She worked really hard, and it's fine. You don't want it to lose its luster.
Right.
But man, what an incredible thing she did.
Yeah.
Overall, I mean, the amount of positivity and love and light that
she brought
and economic impact.
Oh my gosh.
That she brought to every single place she played. What an incredible legacy. And by the way, everyone said it couldn't be done.
Right.
3.5 hour tour. No one's going to want you to perform for 3.5 hours. No one's going to want that. Boom.
Boom. She did it. And you're right. What a legacy. And whether or not you're a Taylor Swift fan.
Totally.
That is just an incredible.
Also, I don't know how you couldn't be.
I don't know how you couldn't be. Right.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
If you are not a Taylor Swift fan, you just have not listened to her music.
I wasn't like, Alyssa said this to me the other day. She's like, since when? And I'm like, since I went to see her movie. And like, I was not a fan. I liked her, but I was not as like obsessive as people can get. I am now a Swiftie.
Yeah.
Like,
Woo, conversion complete.
Yes.
No, but she's great. And speaking of Taylor Swift's in her circle of besties, did you hear Selena Gomez got engaged?
Did you see that ring?
Nice.
It's gorgeous.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
She's rare.
Yeah.
I love Selena Gomez.
I love her too. Did you see like Taylor was like, I'll be your flower girl.
Aww.
It was so cute.
And what does Taylor Swift do immediately when she gets off tour? She goes to the children's hospital.
Oh.
And like visits sick kids.
Yeah.
Kids with cancer. Like, what an incredible person. I love it. She's just a truly good person inside and out. And I love Selena Gomez's too, I think.
Yeah.
She is so smart. She's a very smart and savvy businesswoman with her makeup line. I love her Rare Beauty makeup line.
Yeah.
So good. Her and like Rihanna with her
Yes,
Fenty Beauty.
yeah.
Oh, I love those ladies' beauties collection. But it's funny. So you're not a big Kelly fan. She's a lot.
She's a lot.
Yeah, she is. She's so skinny.
She's so skinny, and like she was talking about how she had Architectural Magazine come in and do a photo shoot, and she's like trying to. She was taking forever telling the story, and I'm like, okay, let's see it. So I don't.
You're like, put the fries in the bag, bro.
Put the fries in the bag. But man, her house, her daughter's house, like she forever thought that her daughter has a picture in her bed that says in her room that says "sup." And she always thought it was SJP for Sarah Jessica Parker. I'm like, Kelly, come on. You clearly says sup.
That's funny.
I'm not a Kelly fan.
Yeah.
I miss her with Michael Strahan.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked her
That
with
was my
Ryan
favorite.
Seacrest. I liked her with Ryan Seacrest. I don't think I ever got to watch her with Michael Strahan.
I was on maternity leave with Braid. and then,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't think I got to enjoy that era.
And Kelly and Ryan, I love. Like
I love Kelly.
I don't know if I love Kelly and Mark.
Really, I do. But Thomas does the same thing you does. He's like, I feel like I can tell when they're fighting.
Yeah.
And remember, I told you, kiss of death, working with your spouse. But I think they're cute. I like them.
Yeah. I mean, they're entertaining.
I do love myself some Mark. He's cute.
He's so cute.
And I see the relation between Kelly and Mark. Thomas is convinced we should be friends. He's like, we've got to get to know them.
Yeah.
We
Have
would be
dinner
friends with
parties.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's totally thinks that the dynamic is similar. But you know speaking of celebrities, I love myself some Kate Hudson. Mm-hmm. But did you know that she's coming out as a singer now?
No.
She's singing.
She does. Well, her husband is a singer.
She's dated a lot of musicians or married a lot of them, I guess.
I did see her sing a song like that she was releasing.
Yes.
It's not bad.
No, that's the thing. So I guess I just saw her because she was in Little Big Town's Christmas special, which is this week.
Okay.
And she gets to sing at the Grand Ole Opry, and she's good.
She does have a good voice.
She's good. And I'm just like, you know what? Why is it fair?
Right?
You're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're like an actress, talented, and you can sing. You know? Like, I don't know. I just, but you know, good for you, Kate Hudson.
Yeah.
And she is good. I think she had a good voice. Okay. As we close it up, I just wanted to say a couple more things. Oh, speaking of people we love on morning television, I'm starting to come to grips that Hoda is leaving and I'm not here for it.
You're pulling it together.
I'm not okay with Hoda being gone. I don't, she brings the most awesome mom energy.
Yeah.
To that show, and I don't see it after she's gone. I'm like, oh,
So
I don't know. I mean, I love Craig.
Yeah,
who's
he's the
taken
one-
over for her.
yeah.
He is a total sweetheart.
He's adorable.
So that was a good move.
Yeah, definitely.
But like, oof.
I know.
And then today I'm watching it, and it was like wet and slippery on the plaza, and they were outside, and Al Roker like doing laps and running around the plaza. I'm like, Al, you need to stop
Slow
it.
down.
You're gonna slip and break a
Oh
hip.
my gosh.
And America's going to be traumatized seeing
Yeah.
Al Roker like end it on national television. I'm like, Al Roker, we need you.
Slow down.
We need you. You got to
Oh
take
my
care
God,
of
that's so
yourself.
funny.
With Hoda leaving,
Yeah. Oh,
Al,
that should be
no,
too much.
we need you
Yes.
to stick around and stay healthy. I was like, you need to just calm down with your running around that
Stop
wet
running.
plot. I was totally
Oh
like
my
telling Thomas,
God.
like, he's going to slip
That is so funny.
and hurt himself. So that, and then, cause Hoda was interviewing, and then we'll wrap it up, cause I think this is a good positive way to wrap
Okay.
up the segment. She was interviewing Tyler Perry, cause I guess he has a new movie out, called 6888. And I think it's on Netflix, and it looks amazing. By the
Okay.
way, his movie, it's a true story about women, a bunch of black women in World War II, whose
I saw
job
the
was
coming
to get the
attractions, yeah.
letters of the soldiers, because the country was losing the morale of the war because it's gone on too long.
Right.
And back then, the only way to communicate was letters. And so it's what these women went through, the heroicism that they went through to get these letters and to try to figure out, like, sometimes they were smudged or there's nothing on who it was going to and where. And it's an amazing story, which I'm excited about. So I want to see his movie. And I've never like been a huge Tyler Perry movie. I'm like, you know, I don't a lot of those rom-coms. I'm like,
I was gonna
okay.
say a lot of them are more rom-coms.
Yeah,
and-
exactly. And so, you know, but this one I'm really excited about. So I'm going to check it out on Netflix, and it's gotten rave reviews. But I love him as a person. And Hoda was saying, if you Google Tyler Perry speeches, and one of the things he says, and then you'll love this, because she's like, one of the things you always say is that you don't say you've ever failed at anything. And I'm like, Thank you, Tyler Perry.
Yes. Preach.
I'm like, I hate it when you're on a panel or you're talking to someone, you're doing an interview, and they're like, tell us about your failures.
Biggest failure.
Because your failures define you too. And tell us about your failures. And it's good to talk about your failures. And I'm like, you know what? I don't see them as failures.
Right.
I see them as something that you learned from. And it's exactly what he said. He's like, and he's been through some horrible things in his life that he's overcome. He said, but your life is a collective of those experiences.
Right.
And if you didn't have that experience, you wouldn't have that. He's like, so how do you define that as a failure?
Right. Right.
Because that's made you who you are today. And then the other thing he said, and we can end on this, because, the holidays are tough for a lot of people. As you're changing, you might be going through something. And he talked about when a door slams in your face, when you hit a door or a door closes, he's like, I just call that the maze, right?
Yeah.
You're getting yourself through a maze. And when a door closes in front of you, that's just telling you to go a different direction. And that's going to help you navigate the maze.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
That's
and I was
awesome.
like,
I love
was
that.
like, Hoda and Tyler were like preaching this morning.
I love it.
And I'm like, first of all, Hoda, don't leave us.
Right.
Also, if you're looking for some inspirational messages, apparently Google Tyler Perry speeches.
I'm going to do this.
And watch that movie, because I think it's also a great positive message and a cool story that isn't
ever told, really.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So hope that leaves you with some fun things to do during the holidays if you've, unlike me and Sharon, or like me, have all your Christmas shopping done. And we'll see you, I think, one more time. We've got one more episode before the holidays? Or
No,
is this it?
This is it.
This is it? Okay, this is going to get you through the holidays?
Yes.
All right. Well, with that, happy holidays to our hot teas. Thank you for an amazing season. We'll see you in the new year.
See you next time.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island, thanks to our generous sponsor, Sands New York. Visit sandsnewyork.com for more information. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and X. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.